Hey everyone, welcome to MSUNN Yoga and Wellness. I'm Dr. Melissa and I'm super excited that you're here today. We're going to be doing a class for yoga for beginners. So if you were ever curious about trying and not really sure, or you've tried and you had questions, this is going to be the class for you. And you'll stay tuned because we're going to be building up a series that you can continue on with your yoga path with. So go grab your mats and let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna get started, but the first thing I wanna touch upon is that this is a yoga practice for you. I'm gonna be offering lots of different options for you to choose. And the first thing in starting with yoga is just really listening to your body and what feels good for you at this time. Not trying to push it, not trying to force anything, really using your breath and your movements to become aware of how your body is moving. And that's the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this. So we're gonna get started on our backs. Okay. Just coming down onto a comfortable position on your back. Just leave your knees bent for now. Maybe they're kind of falling in one towards the other. And just bring your attention to your breath. Maybe you place a hand on your stomach and a hand on your chest. Our necks like to help out a lot with our breathing. So if you can have the hand on your stomach moving in and out for your breath, that can be really helpful. And you just start to observe things. So you're starting to observe your breath, the control of your breath, the depth of your breath. Slow, controlled in and out through your nose. And just checking to make sure your neck and shoulders are nice and relaxed. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go, get nice and heavy. When we learn to use our diaphragm for breathing, it can be very helpful when we're in stressful situations. It only takes about 60 seconds of breathing to go from that fight or flight on the go to calming things down to the rest and digest. So nice big breath in through your nose, push that stomach out. Exhale, let it go back down. One more time, nice breath in through your stomach, push your stomach out. Exhale, let that stomach come back down. Good, those hands come back down by your side. And you're just gonna take your right arm, reach your right arm all the way up overhead. You're gonna stretch through those fingertips, lengthen out, nice big breath in. And then just gently turn your head to the left-hand side. Just check and see what you're noticing. Hand comes back down by your side. Gaze comes to center, and then we're gonna switch. Left arm reaches up overhead and turn your gaze to the right hand side. Inhale, come back up. Left arm comes down, and then we're gonna switch. Right arm reaches up overhead. Turn your gaze to the left-hand side, and maybe your left leg is gonna reach out. You're reaching through your left fingertips and your right toes. Inhale, slide everything back towards center. And then the left arm comes up overhead. Turn our gaze to that right-hand side and lengthen out through the right leg. Nice big breath in, reaching fingertips to toes. And then pull everything back towards center. And then you're just gonna move those feet so they're about hip distance or mat distance apart. Slowly lower your legs to the left-hand side. Keep those neck and shoulders nice and relaxed, and you're just starting to observe what's going on as you're moving those legs. If you feel any pulling in the hip, in your low back, inhale, bring the knees back up over towards that right-hand side. Press the knees down, feel a nice stretch in that left side of your low back. Inhale, come back up over towards the left. Drop those knees down. One more time over towards the right. And again, just checking in, really starting to tune into what's going on in your body, those small little differences from side to side. And bring those legs, come all the way back up. And then I'm gonna have you roll onto your side and then just gently press yourself coming up into a tabletop position. So tabletop is where you're gonna have your hands directly beneath your shoulders and your knees beneath your hips. And if you start to feel any pain or discomfort in your wrist, you can imagine like you're gripping the floor like a basketball and putting more pressure between your thumb and your index finger. And you can always come down onto your forearms. That's always an option. You're gonna pull your chin in towards your chest and we're gonna round out through the spine, coming into a cat position. So you're really pressing the palms, round out through that back. And then you're gonna inhale, lift your head, sink that chest down. Inhale, press round out into that cat, pressing the tops of your feet down into the ground, stretch it out. And then inhale, sink the chest. And you want to be careful you're not bending the elbows or ducking the head forward. Keep those arms nice and straight and strong. Imagine my fingers are right in between your shoulder blades and you're sinking your chest, lifting the head and the tailbone up. One more time, press around everything out, coming into that cat. And then we're gonna inhale, lift the head, come all the way back up. Arms are nice and straight and strong, sink in between that chest. Good, and then come back. We're gonna sink the hips, coming back into child's pose. Those arms stretch all the way out in front, your head gets nice and heavy. Just take a nice breath in, reaching through those fingertips. Try and sink the hips just a little bit heavier and check in, left side, right side. What are you feeling? And then on your next inhale, you're gonna pull yourself, come all the way back up into that tabletop. We're gonna come into thread the needle to work on some trunk rotation. So you're gonna take that right hand, take your right arm, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. So you're gonna spin your chest open. This left arm, you wanna be pressing into the left. And then we're just gonna slowly sneak that right arm all the way underneath, heading over towards the right side. And you can come down onto the right shoulder and that head. You're pressing into your left palm to help rotate a little bit more, but you're just getting nice and heavy. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Press into the left arm. Spin, come all the way up. Nice and gentle. Right hand comes down. We're gonna switch. Take that left arm, press into your right hand, create that length. Left arm spins open towards the ceiling. Reach through those fingertips. Feel the left rib cage pull back. And then that left arm is gonna sweep underneath. Lower down onto the shoulder. And I mean, you can absolutely stay right here too if you'd like. Or maybe lower to your shoulder, come down onto that head. Keep pressing into those fingertips. Spin the chest. Nice breath in. Notice how your rotation feels on this side compared to the other side. We're gonna press into the right hand. Lift, come all the way, spin it back up. Good, that left hand comes back underneath. So now we're gonna curl those toes underneath and we're gonna lift our hips up into a down dog. So you're pressing into those arms. You're gonna lift the hips, come up and back. So you're sinking the chest in between the shoulders. You're dropping the heels to the ground and your head gets nice and heavy. So lift the tailbone. Press into the fingers, imagine gripping that basketball. Keep pressing the heels, lengthen, nice big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then you'll slowly kind of take those feet, walk your feet forward towards your hands. Excuse me, you're gonna press into the feet, lift, come all the way up overhead. Reach through those fingertips, nice big breath in. Hands come down towards heart center. So pressing into those feet, lengthening up through the crown of your head. We're gonna take a really nice big breath in, reach those arms, come all the way up. You're gonna tap your fingers, and then you're gonna make a fist and lower your right hand down by your side. Left arm is reaching and we bend over towards the right hand side. So you want to be reaching your right fist down to the ground. Press your left foot into the ground. Reach through those left fingertips. Nice big breath in. Inhale, lift, come back up. Tap those fingers up overhead. Left hand comes by your side. Reach the left hand to the ground. Right arm reaches up overhead. Bend over towards that side. Nice big breath. Stretch those fingertips opposite directions. And then we're gonna inhale, lift, bring those arms back up. Hands come down towards heart center. So just observing yourself in that standing position. You're gonna spread your toes. Try and move the toes apart. I promise the toes will start to move the more you practice. But when I refer to the mound of the big toe, this is that area you want to be pushing down into versus gripping your toes. Sometimes we tend to grip our toes if we're trying to stabilize or work on our balance. So I want you to press through that mound, spread those toes, and we're going to shift our weight onto our left leg. You're going to squeeze your left glute, spread those toes, and take this right foot. We're going to step it back about 2 or 3 feet. The shorter distance you have, it's going to be a much more stabilizing position. The left hip pulls back, your right hip comes forward, and we're pulling our belly button in towards our spine. You're going to drive your right heel to the ground, press the left foot into the ground, and then those arms sweep up overhead, coming into a crescent lunge. So reach through those fingertips, nice big breath in. You're feeling really strong in those legs. Careful to not arch through your low back, but you're hugging that core in, reach through the fingertips. Nice big breath in. And then we're gonna exhale, open, come into a cactus arm. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, opening through the front of your chest. Inhale, lift those arms, come back up. One more time, we're gonna exhale, open, come into cactus arms. Keep bending through that front knee. And it's okay to sink down into the heel. You don't wanna be lunging into it. It's this pushing down to stabilize. Good, those hands come in towards heart center. We're gonna take our back heel and just spin our back heel down so our front heel is in line with the back arch, or you can be heel to heel alignment to give yourself a little wider stance. Pull the right side of your body back. That left knee wants to be lengthening in front, and you don't want that knee pinching in towards the center. This is a warrior 2 stance. So belly button lifts up and in. You're gonna reach through those fingertips. Keep pressing the heel, and then soften your shoulders. And try to smile, you're having fun. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, those hands are gonna come back in towards heart center. We're gonna spin up onto those back toes, step it forward. Nice big breath in, lift those arms, come all the way up overhead, tap the fingers. Exhale, we're gonna fold forward. Head gets nice and heavy. Nice big breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go, super heavy. Maybe you bend one knee, and then the other side. Maybe you grabbing your elbows, coming into ragdoll, or maybe those hands are kind of resting on your thighs. Any of those are perfectly okay. It's just listening to that body. Press into your feet, lift, come all the way back up overhead. Hands come down towards heart center. So we're just gonna repeat that on the other side. Pressing into the right foot, spread the right toes, hips stay facing forward, and we use our core to help with the movement. We're gonna hinge at the hips, take your left leg, step your left leg back. That 2 to 3 foot stance. The shorter the stance, the more stable. Right hip hugs back, and we drive the right heel into the ground. That's gonna help with any knee stuff that you feel going on. Drive your left heel down towards the ground, squeeze your left glute, inhale, shoot those arms, lift up. This is crescent lunge. Nice big breath, soften the shoulders. Keep pulling that core in nice and tight, and we're gonna open to the cactus arm, squeeze the shoulder blades, nice big breath in. Inhale, lift those arms, come back up. Exhale, open, come into cactus arm, squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Great job, you guys. Inhale, bring those hands, come back up. Hands come down towards heart center. Keep pressing that right heel, and we're gonna spin the left heel down. So that right heel can be in line with your back arch, or it can be heel to heel alignment. The left rib cage is pulling back. Watch your front right knee to make sure it doesn't pinch in towards the middle. Push the right knee out towards the side, your warrior two stance. We keep pressing that left foot into the ground. Squeeze your glute, soften those shoulders, and you're smiling, you're having fun. Nice breath in your warrior two. And then bring those hands back in towards heart center. Spin up onto your back toes, step it forward. Nice breath in, lift those arms, come all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Head gets nice and heavy, nice breath in. And then we're gonna drop down, we're gonna come down to a comfortable seated position. If you have something nearby, if it's uncomfortable sitting like this, you could always put a pillow or something underneath your sit bones to tip you forward to give you a little bit more of a lift. Okay. So hands come to the front of your thigh. We're gonna do some cat and cows, just like we did on our hands and knees. So we're gonna inhale, lift the chest open, gaze up at the ceiling. And then we're exhale, rounding it out, pull that shin in towards your chest. Hands come to the front of your shins. Pull the shoulder blades down and back, gaze up. Exhale, round it out. One more time. Inhale, lift, come all the way up. Exhale, round it back out. Notice how your body is moving in and out of these positions. We're gonna take our right hand to the outside. Left arm floats all the way up overhead. Stretch through those fingertips. Right ear drops to your right shoulder. And you're pressing into your right hand to make sure you keep spinning your chest towards the ceiling. Sometimes we like to rotate and collapse down, but it's pressing into the right hand to lift up. Inhale, lift, we're switching other side. Left hand comes down, create that length. Right arm reaches up and over, stretch through those fingertips, nice big breath in. Just turn your gaze down towards the floor. One more time, inhale, lift up. Right hand down, left arm reaches over towards the side, nice big breath in. Exhale, pull yourself. We're going over towards the left hand side. Stretch through the fingertips. Press into your left hand. Spin your chest open. And then inhale, lift, come all the way back up. We're gonna make our way down onto our backs. Just getting nice and heavy on that mat. I want you to lengthen out through your legs. Reach those arms all the way up overhead. Stretch fingertips to toes. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, get heavy with those hands down by your side. And just getting ready for your shavasana. So getting nice and comfortable on the mat. Check in to see what you noticed from when we first started practice to now. Maybe you notice an opening in the front of your chest. Maybe the hips feel more open. Maybe you're bringing your attention back to your breath and that breath is more open. Keeping that neck and shoulder nice and relaxed. We're just gonna finish with a little breathing exercise. We're gonna inhale for 3 and exhale for 5 for 2 rounds. On your next inhale, you have 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Take another nice breath in through your nose. On the exhale, you're gonna let it all go. And just notice that mindset shifts from your beginning of class to after. And really working on that breath that you did on your mat and carrying it with you off of your mat for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. And just gently start to wiggle those fingers and those toes. Slide one knee in and then the other. And then you're just gonna gently roll onto your side. Come all the way up to a comfortable seated position when you're ready. Let's take one last deep cleansing breath all the way and lift those arms all up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Thanking your body for your practice today. You all did an awesome job. If you have any questions about the practice or being new to yoga, please leave comments or questions down below. I'm happy to help. If you know anybody else just starting out on their yoga journey, please share with them. If you enjoyed the class, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Namaste.